So, good morning, my dear friends. Yesterday we spoke about the language families. I said that the largest language family is the Indo-European language family, which is spoken by around 3 billion people, and 400 languages and dialects belong to this group. All the European languages, all the North Indian languages belongs to this group, Indo-European, or sometimes it is also called Indo-Germanic group. There are other families like Sino-Tibetan family, then the Semitic family where Hebrew and Arabic belong to that. The South Indian languages belong to the Dravidian family. All these 4 South Indian languages, Tamil, Kannada, Telugu and Malayalam, they belong to the Dravidian family of languages. Then we spoke about German. German is spoken by 100 million people. Germany, Austria, these parts of Switzerland, Liechtenstein, Luxembourg, etc. That is their mother tongue. As the second language, another 100 million speak German. That is, so altogether, mother tongue and second language, there are 200 million people who speak German either as their mother tongue or as their second language. We also spoke that German is the largest language in the Indo-Germanic, Indo-European family. We then spoke about the alphabet, German alphabet. We have 26 letters as it is in any other languages in the European languages. But German, the pronunciation, I already spoke about the pronunciation of the vowels. A is always A in all European languages except English. German, English E is Y and I is E, O is O, U is U, U is U. These are the 5 vowels. About the consonants, we don't go into details of the consonants, but there are some peculiarities of some letters. For example, H. H is pronounced if it comes in the beginning of a word, like haben, her, etc. If it is in the middle of the word, you don't pronounce it, H. Then V, English V is F, V in German. It is pronounced F. Example is fork or Volkswagen, might have heard about it, the vehicle of the people. Fork or fear, so it is F. Then J is always pronounced Ya, not J. English J is Ya in German. Ya itself is a word very commonly used. Ya means yes, yes, or yar, etc. it is. Then CH, a combination of 2 words, 2 letters, is H, ich. Then SCH, that I did not spoke about, I did not speak yesterday, SCH. It is pronounced sh. For example, Schule. Schule is means school. So it is pronounced as Schule, school. So SCH is sh, like the sh of the shoe. That is also a peculiarity. Then we spoke about the 4 additional letters of the German languages. Besides the 26 letters of the normal alphabet, German has 4 additional letters. 3 of them are formed from 3 vowels. These additional letters are marked by 2 dots above the letter. These 3 vowels has these 2 dots above the letter, which is known as umlaut. Remember that word, umlaut. Umlaut means change of sound. So the vowel changes its sound when the 2 dots are added to the above the letter. The sound changes. They are umlaut, that's additional. The 4th additional letter is this, which is double S, set, double S. If you don't have that particular letter in your computer, you can substitute it with 2S. So these are about the alphabet in general. I did not speak about the pronunciation of the all the consonants. Only we spoke about the vowels. So remember, H is special, V is special, Ya is special, CH is special, SCH is special. Ha, H comes in the beginning, pronounce it. If it is in the middle of a word, don't pronounce it. You just disregard it as if there is no H there, pronounce the word. V is always F for. A is Ya, CH is H, and this is Sh. These are the 4. These are the particular letters, special letters, additional letters of the German alphabet. I was talking at the last moment, I was talking some conversational German, which you use in your daily life very often. I said good morning is guten Morgen, good day is guten Tag, and guten Abend is good evening, gute Nacht is good night. The Austrians and South Germans use a particular greeting form. They may not say good morning or guten Tag or good evening, etc. They speak Grüß Gott. This particularly in Austria and southern Germany. They don't very often, they don't say good morning, they say Grüß Gott. Grüß Gott, Grüß Gott. So Grüß Gott means may God protect you, may God be greeted. Or praise to God, that is better. Praise to God. That is what they use. The Austrians particularly and the South Germans, they may not very often say the Guten Tag or Guten Morgen or Guten Abend. When you meet together, they say Grüß Gott, Grüß Gott. May God be praised, praise be to God. In Austria, they sometimes use the word Servus. That is only in Austria. I think only in Vienna. Servus. Servus means I am your servant, which is in Austrian. So we spoke about this. The Guten Tag, Grüß Gott belongs to that group. Then how to say thanks. Thanks. That is okay. Danke. So first we said Guten Tag, Morgen. Second is Danke. Danke means thanks. Thanks. Vielen Dank. Vielen Dank. You remember, V is F, V is F. Vielen Dank. Many thanks. Vielen means many. Vielen herzlichen Dank. Herzlichen. Very cordial thanks, very hearty thanks. Or sincere thanks. That is Danke. Ich danke dir, etc. is there. Herzlichen, vielen herzlichen Dank. Danke schön, that is another word. Danke schön. This is umlaut, schön. No, that is also sincere thanks. Thank you very much. It's almost the same meaning. Schön means beautiful. Then these are the words for thanksgiving. Then the word for please, bitte, which is commonly used. Bitte means please. Actually, bitten is a verb. Bitten is a verb, means to pray. So, bitten as a verb is a pray. This is an adverb, bitte, please, which is very commonly used. Bitte sehr. When you do not understand what the other is speaking, you say bitte, bitte. That means then he will repeat it. Bitte sehr, bitte schön, ich bitte dich. Wie bitte. If you don't understand something, what the other is saying, you say, wie bitte, I beg your pardon. That is a explanation, not exact word meaning. Which we very often use when we don't understand what the other is speaking about. You say, wie bitte, wie bitte. So he will repeat it again, he or she will repeat it again. So bitte is very, very much commonly used. Bitte sehr, bitte, wie bitte. If you want to go or if you want get way to that, the other should give way to you. Said, wie bitte, bitte. Then you can pass. So these are the bitte. Then that is number 3. Number 4 is to ask the name. Ask the name. Wie heißen Sie? Wie heißen Sie? That is a question. What is your name? What is your name? Actually, the sentence literal meaning is, how are you called? How are you? We means how. So, how are you called? You note this C is capital C. C is you. Respect form. The respect form of you. If you speak to a superior, your superior, or to a stranger, you use this respect form. The familiar form, which you use to friends, relatives, brothers and sisters, is do. It is also do. So, do means you, thou. See means also you, but it is a form of respect. You don't use it for your friends. You use it strangers particularly, your superiors, not the parents. Parents you use do because they are family members. So that is C, always capital. You, respect form. We hyphen C. What is your name? Actually, how hyphen means to be called. Hyphen. So we hyphen C. Or what is the answer? What is the answer? Ich heiße. Ich, I. We heißen C is a question. And the answer is ich heiße Peter. Peter. Ich means I. Remember that. We have learned that yesterday. It's a personal pronoun. I. Ich, I. Ich heiße Peter. Ich heiße Peter. Wie heißt du? That is the familiar form. Wie, ich heiße Peter. Wie heißt du? That is the same thing, but it is a familiar form. Ich heiße, answer is the same. Ich heiße Peter. Wie ist dein Name? These are conversational. How is your name? What is your name? Wie is how, but you know, you may not understand all the words written here. This is just daily conversational German, which you come across in your daily life, everyday life, and therefore you will learn it later. The meaning, the verb, how it is conjugated, the nouns, how it is declined. These things you will learn later. So that is how to ask the name of a person. Wie heißen Sie? Or wie heißt du? Wie heißen Sie? A form of respect for the elders, for strangers, especially for strangers, and people whom you do not know, where you use Sie. Wie heißen Sie? Wie heißen Sie? But if it is children or very friends, etc., you use du. Wie heißt du? Wie heißt du? Wie heißen? heißen Sie, that is plural. Wie heißt, that is singular, heißt du. Mein Name ist Peter, mein Name ist Paul, or mein Name ist Clara, etc., etc. Wie heißen Sie? So these are some conversational styles. Wie ist dein Name? Bitte darf ich um Ihren Namen bitten? There are some other things like that. Now, this is about conversational German, which the meaning of the word meaning of these sentences you will learn eventually. But right now, learn it as it is, and you can use it in daily life, in situations of daily life. Now we go to the nouns. Nouns. Before nouns. You might have heard about parts of speech. Parts of speech. There are 8 parts. Parts of speech. That means if you take a paragraph of written text, there are different words in it, isn't it? Different types of words, different types of words which is categorized. All the words are categorized into 8. There are 8 parts of speech. 8 parts of speech, which you might have learned when you learn English or any other languages. The language comprises of 8 categories of words, 8 categories of words, which is categorized according to the nature and the function of the word in a sentence. So what are the 8 parts of speech? Nouns. Nouns. There are different types of nouns, proper nouns, common nouns, etc., etc. Nouns. That is then verb, most important and most difficult part of speech. Verb is the most difficult part of speech in any other language, not only in German. Then pronoun. Pronoun, it stands for noun. You don't use noun always. Peter is a teacher in such college. Then you don't say Peter again and again. You use another word, he. Use he. So it stands for the noun, that is pronoun. Pronoun, then adjective. Then adverb. Then prepositions, which comes before the word. In Sanskrit, it is very clear. For example, gacchati means to go. Gacchati means to go. But you add prepositions to it, the meaning changes. For example, agacchati. A is a preposition. Agacchati means to come, not to go. Or bahirgacchati means to go out, not simply go out of the room. Or bahirgacchati, samgacchati means some is a preposition. Samgacchati means to come together. So the preposition is added before the verb and it changes the meaning of the verb, sometimes the very opposite meaning. Agacchati, come, nirgacchati is to go. Prepositions. Then, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then conjunction. Conjunction is combine two words or two sentences. And, on, where, when, etc. are conjunctions. Peter goes to the school and he learns the lesson. And he learns. So that and is a conjunction. That is also a part of speech. A part of speech. Then interjunction. Junction. These are English words. It has its German words equivalents. Interjunctions is to express wonder. Oh, how it is. Ah, etc. Oh, ah, etc. Then we have, these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. These are the 8 parts of speech. You may add to that cardinals and ordinals. Cardinal is 1, 2, 3. Ordinals is first, second. Second, etc. So this, you may add this also to these 8 parts of speech. So nouns, noun, verb, pronoun, adjective. Adjective qualifies the noun. Adverb qualifies the verb. Preposition. Conjunction, which unite together two letters, 2 words or 2 sentences. Interjunction to express wonder, sorrow, etc. To feelings, to express your feelings. Cardinals is the numbers 1, 2, 3. Ordinals is first, second, third, etc. So these are the, so if you take a text, a paragraph or a page of any language, different types of words are there. So you categorize them into this scheme. Beyond that, there is no letters, no words, etc. Now we are about to talk about nouns. What are the things that we have to take care of to fix the meaning of a particular noun in this sentence or in a paragraph? You see a noun, how to fix its meaning. You have to take care of 3 things. Noun, 1, gender. Second, number. Third, case. Gender, number, and case. Gender, number, and case. The gender is 3. We'll take each one of them. Masculine, feminine, and neuter. German words for this is männlich. Man means man. Männlich. Then weiblich. Sächlich. This is the German equivalent to the words masculine, feminine, and neutral. Masculine is manly. Man means man. Vibe is woman. Incidentally, vibe is neutral. Sah. Sah is thing. So, sehlich. This is sah, but there is umlaut there, umlaut on the A. Also here umlaut on the A. So these are the three genders, masculine, feminine, and neutral. Masculine, feminine, and neutral. So all the words belong to, all the nouns belongs to either one of these three. They are either masculine or feminine or neutral Masculine, feminine, or neutral. So, how do you know that? How do you know whether a noun is masculine, feminine, or neutral? There are evidently words which belongs to categories, evidently. For example, a man. Man is a man, it is masculine. So that word itself indicates its gender. Woman, that is woman, feminine. Or neutral is a thing, anything. For example, the window, that is a neutral noun. So there are some evident letters which you know where it belongs. But there are a lot of other nouns which cannot be categorized evidently. So it is very indiscriminate. For example, before that, to designate a noun, whether it is masculine, feminine, or neutral, you, in German, not in English, you always use the definite article. Definite article. What is the definite article in English? It is the. But the is very ambiguous. You may not use it, you may not use it. For example, house. You can say the house or simply house. But that is not very categorical and very rigid rules, but not in German. Every noun, remember this, every noun you have to learn with the definite articles, You say the noun only with the definite articles. So there is no comparison between English and German. English, the is used for everything, masculine, feminine, or neutral. But the definite articles in German is specific. There is definite articles for masculine, for feminine, for neutral. And you have to learn all the nouns always and everywhere with the definite article. By the time you will learn it, we will learn it. So what is the definite articles of masculine? That is der. Der. That is, word meaning is the. Der. And feminine, die. That is also the. And neuter is das. It's also the. So, der, die, das. Der, die, das. Without the definite articles, you don't pronounce a noun in German language. Always learn it with the definite articles. This is singular. The plural is always die, which is feminine but also plural. It's feminine also die. So, but this definite article is conjugated. It's conjugated according to the case of the noun. If it is masculine nominative case, you have to use der. If it is masculine accusative case, there is another form for der. This is conjugated. So, the definite articles in German is very unique and very essential, and you, as I said, you have to use always, you pronounce always the nouns with the definite articles, and that is very unique in the German language. In English, you use the house, the houses, or the woman, the man. The is very common, very ambiguous, use it universally, but not in German, but as a definite rules. Incidentally, the most systematic and definite articulate language in the world is Sanskrit. Sanskrit, very definite, very articulate, very much governed by the rules. You cannot make mistake if you know the rules. Panini is the great grammarian who lived in the 4th century BC. I would say he is the most intelligent man humanity has ever seen. He has systematized the language such a way that you cannot. He has given 4,000 rules for the Sanskrit language, which is in sutras. It's a text, you must remember. He wrote it 400 BCE, before Christ, such an old text. So, everything, his grammar book is known as Ashtadhyay, the 8-chaptered grammar book, 8-chaptered grammar, which gives all the rules, or 4,000 rules for the Sanskrit language, and which if you print the Ashtadhyay's book, it is in sutras. Sutra means a small saying, pithy saying pregnant with meaning. You cannot understand it without a commentary. All the texts in Sanskrit texts of the 6 systems of Indian philosophy, like Sankhya, Yoga, Nyaya, Vaisheshika, Mimamsa, and Vedanta, their original texts in sutras, all in sutras. For example, the Vedanta Sutra begins Sadhado Brahma Jijnasa. Then, therefore, the desire to know Brahman. Without commentary, you cannot understand everything. So, Shankaracharya has written 3 pages of commentary for this one sutra. But Ramanujacharya, who lived after Shankara, has written 200 pages of commentary on these small sutras. That is Panini. That is Shat Darshanas. So Panini's grammar is also in sutras. Sutra alone, you may not understand much without commentary. And who wrote the commentary? Patanjali, the great Patanjali wrote the commentary. Then there are commentaries upon commentaries and upon commentaries, like commentary of Bhartrhari, etc. So that is the most systematic. Second systematic language is German. German is also very definite. It is governed by rules. You cannot do mistake. Malayalam is very ambiguous. ഫോർ എക്സാമ്പിൾ ഞാൻ പോകുന്നു, അവൻ പോകുന്നു, അവൾ പോകുന്നു, അവർ പോകുന്നു, എല്ലാം പോകുന്നതാണ്. But not in German, the verb changes. Not in Sanskrit, the verb changes. If I go, ich gehe. If we go, wir gehen. Like that in Sanskrit also. So it's a very definite rules. So Sanskrit is the most systematic, scientific and articulate language in the world. And it is the oldest language. It's an Aryan language, not oldest, one of the oldest language. So, like that, German also very much governed by the rules. So, der, die, das, masculine, der, feminine, die, neuter, das, plural, die. But remember, this, the nominative case, they are declined. You know, a noun you decline. Remember that. A noun, you decline the noun in the cases, the 4 cases. A verb you conjugate into, so cases are vibhakti, we call it in Sanskrit and Malayalam, vibhakti. Verb you conjugate in tenses and moods. So, declension of a noun and conjugation of a verb. So this is nominative case. So for the nouns you have to look into gender, number and case. So we are talking about gender now. And remember, we have 3 genders in any language. Also in German, masculine, feminine, and neuter, which is designated by the definite article. So always learn the German with the definite articles. Der, die, das. Without that, there is no, always it is like that. You don't see anywhere a noun standing alone. It is always with definite articles. Now we stop it here. Tomorrow we will see the rest of it. Thank you very much.